This video is sponsored by PelucidFX.com.
Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Now, as usual, let's shift to the gold market. Let's proceed, guys, with our trading plan that we have created within the weekend. Actually, the major idea was that on the gold market we have very shy and not very impressive setup, but still, whatever it could be doubtful and not very impressive, still this is the bullish setup, because we have multiple stop grabbers that have been formed here right at the monthly pivot support 1 and the destination point of this butterfly pattern. Okay, that at least theoretically suggests some deeper retracement, and butterfly treats as work nice if market will reach at minimum the 3.8 resistance of the swing of the butterfly. So if market will respect by the 3.8 retracement, the 127 target, we could say that butterfly has worked. So it means that the stop grabbers themselves assume the taking out of that highs, this consolidation. That is also, take a look, the previous swing low. So it means that market by this stop grabbers could show some deeper retracement at minimum to the 3.8 resistance that stands around 1270 area. That is also, take a look, untested monthly pivot point. So you can see all parts of this puzzle comes together in some single scenario, and they point on the same development is the possible deeper retracement. Well, so on weekend we also said that market on Friday has formed this high wave pattern, and itself this pattern doesn't show the direction, but market should choose the direction by the taking out either of the high or lows of this pattern. Depending on what market will take out, the further development will be in the same direction. And now we see that market is taking out the highs of this high wave pattern. So yesterday was inside trading session, so market was on the road to the upper border, but right now market is trying to pass through these highs and continue move to the upside. If this will happen and market really will remain above these highs, it will assume that market will at minimum take out of these highs. But I suspect that that was not ending here, and market will really that will not ending here, and market will be on the road to the 1270 area and will test the monthly pivot point. Especially the fundamental situation, if you have read our weekly research, the fundamental situation is also stands in favor of this possible some deeper retracement to the upside. Well, on the 4-hour time frame chart, that is our major chart right now. Here what we have. Previously we said that this retracement could take the shape of some sort of the head and shoulders pattern to the upside or something of that sort. Also, this bottom was confirmed by this small butterfly on the 4-hour time frame chart. And now market is approaching to the very significant resistance, that is the trend line, weekly pivot resistance 1. And if market will pass through it, that will be the half of the success to the upward direction. The breakout for this trend line will suggest that market will probably continue move higher, especially if market will move above the weekly pivot resistance 1 as well, because we know that when market breaks through the weekly pivot resistance 1, it tells that market will proceed to the upward, to the proceed action to the upside. Well, there are different possibilities to estimate the target of this potential move. I would say that minimum target will be 1270, but if you take a look at the ultimate target of this butterfly, the 127 extension stands precisely at the same area, while 1618 extension of the whole butterfly stands at around 1288 area, 1287. It's right here. That is also the 50% resistance of the whole move to the downside that we have seen on the daily time frame, of that move to the downside, the 50% level. Well, Also, if we take a look at the framework and the tool that Thomas DeMark likes to use, shortly speaking, the reaction is equal to the contra reaction. So Thomas DeMark said that if you will estimate the deviation from the trend line, the acceleration of the market below the trend line, then if market will break this trend line to the upside, the upward action very often equals to the downward acceleration below the trend line. So it means that we should measure this distance between the trend line and the most deviation to the downside and count it to the upside in the point of the breakout that we assume will happen. So if market will pass through this area, we could count on the move to the 1287 area, the 50% resistance. So it means that our target to the upside, if of course market will pass through this area, will be at minimum 1270, but also could be 1287, the 38 or 50% resistance to the upside. That's our possible destination point. So yesterday we said that since we have this shy bullish setup, and probably we should search possibility to take long position because market already has shown the 618 retracement. So that move down was the 618 support of this high wave pattern, and we said that in fact this is our working swing right now. We should base our trade only on this pattern, only on the stop grabber. That's simultaneously the stop grabber on the daily time frame chart. If you will draw the MACD predictor here, you also will get multiple stop grabbers, bullish stop grabbers. Take a look. You can see this one again, 1, 2, 3 stop grabber here, so that point also on the upward action, but that minor stop grabbers already have worked because they have suggested taking out only these highs, while this greater stop grabber, that's also the daily stop grabber, seems more upward continuation, taking out minimum of these highs. So currently, guys, you can see that our trading plan is working, and we stand on the way to the upside action as we assumed in our research on the weekend. Here, by the way, we'll have another one, stop grabber to the upside. Anyway, let's see what will happen. Now it's our major concern in whether market will pass through this resistance or not, because now this will be really the most thrilling moment. If we will lucky and market will pass through it, that is that in fact assumed by the appearing of the stop grabbers. In this case, I think that we have much more confidence. We will get more confidence that market will really continue move higher at minimum to the 1270 area.